Hi friends! Today Mrs. Gunter's lesson has a guest here, a guest speaker, Mr. Ashton Gunter. So he's going to take part in our lesson today. Okay? So our learning goal today is, go ahead and read it for us.
Can we order numbers from least to greatest or greatest to least?
That's what we're going to try to learn how to do. So instead of just comparing two numbers, we're going to compare more than two. We're going to compare multiple numbers. So as we look at these numbers as a review, we know that 34, if we were to build it, has 3 tens and 4 ones. So it would look like this. And you can do this in your own math journal and draw with us. So here's my 4 tens and my 3 ones. Okay,
No, 3 tens.
I'm sorry, 3 tens and 4 ones. Over here, we have the number 46. He's going to draw 46 for us. He did something so smart. He did 3 and 3, so you can see right away that that's 6. All right, and 23 has how many tens? Yep, that's right, 2 tens. And how many ones? Yes, 3 ones. Now, just like when we were comparing two numbers, the important part about this is to make sure that you look at the tens first because they're worth the most. So they're going to have the most impact on where a number is going to fall when we're putting it in order from least to greatest or greatest to least. So let's try the first one, least to greatest. Least meaning the smallest. Okay, so which one of these numbers has the least amount of tens? Here we have 3 tens, 4 tens, 2 tens. Which one has the least amount of tens? It's the smallest amount. What do you say?
2.
2. So what number would that be?
20.
But
Wait, 23?
23. That's the one with the least amount of tens, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that one would go first if we're going from least to greatest. So let's make our little spaces here. And the first number is 23. All done with that one. All right, now we have 2 other numbers here. I have the number 34 and 46. Which one is less? 3 tens or 4 tens? All right, give it to us.
3 tens.
3 tens. So the next number going from least to greatest is 34. All done with that one. And now we only have one left. It has the most amount of tens. The value of these tens is actually, just so you know, 40. When you're looking at tens, we count them by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. So the value of this 4 was 4 tens was 40. The value of 3 tens is 30, 10, 20, 30. And the value of 2 tens is 10, 20. So think about that. If you have 30, 40, and 20, which is the value of those tens, yes, this one is the smallest, then this one, and then 40 is the greatest. So the last one in our least to greatest is 46. All right, friends, let's try one more. We're going to try one that has more than that. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see.
64.
Okay, 64.
55.
Okay.
And
68. And one more.
75.
75. Okay, so let's take a look at all these numbers. Some kids just look right at those tens and they can tell right away, but we're going to draw them anyway. And I'm going to show you an even quicker way to draw tens. I just draw them. Now that I know that they're a 10, I just draw them with a line. So 64 has how many tens? 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. They kind of look like a tally, right? And then it has 4 ones. 55, 5 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can see. 6 tens in 68, and 8 ones. Now let's just double check to make sure we have 6 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Last one. 7 tens. 75 has 7 tens and 5 ones. Okay. That 5 ones?
Yeah.
I think I confused you because I said 7 tens. So. All right. Now, this time we're going to go from greatest to least. So that means the largest number is going to come first. So we're going to look at the tens place and look at the tens, and we're going to see which one has the most amount of tens. Which one, Ashton, has the most tens?
7.
Yeah, because 7 is greater than 70, which is what its value is greater than 60 and 50 and 60. So the first one will be 75, greatest to least. And now we have to look at the tens again. Oh, we did this one. Let's cross it off. And the next would be what?
What?
Which one's greatest? 60, 50, or 60?
60.
60. But look, 2 of them have 60. 68 and 64 both have 6 tens. What do we do now? Uh-oh.
We look at the second number.
We have to look at the second number. We have to look in the ones place because they both have kind of like alphabetical order. The first one has the same amount of tens. The second one has a different amount of tens. So 64 has 4 tens and 68 has ones, sorry, ones, okay? So, which one is greater? 8 ones or 4 ones?
8 ones.
8 ones. So the number 68 is greater than the number 64 because 64 has less ones. See, we couldn't pay attention to the tens. We had to look at the ones. All right. And then, friends, of course, next would be 64 because it has 4 ones. And then,
It didn't work.
that's okay. And then 55, out of all these numbers, the 5 tens is worth 50. It's the least amount of tens. So that one will go last. Okay. And I have some friends, again, if you want to just look at the amount of tens and you don't need to draw the pictures, that's fine too. You can just look at the tens and compare them. But if you need to draw them, you can. And in your lesson from yesterday, you can go back in your Google Classroom or in your parents' email. There is a template that has tens and ones in it that you can print and you can cut them out if you want to practice building tens and ones and 2-digit numbers. All right? Well, I hope this helped. I hope you now can independently order numbers from least to greatest or greatest to least. And if you need any help with this, you let your parents know and they'll get in touch with me. Okay? Thank you, Mr. Ashton Guntert, for joining us for being our special guest today. All right? Bye, everybody.
Bye.